Last time on the Weeb After Hour.
Do you think she was acting weird at all?
That's...
No weirder than the others.
It was her, Damon.
Anyway, since Diana gave a testimony, I can cross her off my list for now. Anyways.
I hope Ingrid and Toshiko are still in the courtyard.
It was Jet. It was definitely Jet.
I knew it. What if it like cuts back to that like moment someone ran past the door, you just hear just slightly in the back.
Just a man in a racetrack suit with bare feet running down the halls.
That'd be great.
Catching. Open sesame.
All right. Do I need anything before this class trial? Do I have anything for this class trial? These are my bullets.
Got a lot of bullets. We went from like 0 to 100.
Yeah. Some of them are pretty interesting. That Wolfgang's neck one is interesting to have. This thin piece of metal that Damon insists that doesn't mean shit will mean shit.
A bobby pin.
Bobby pin. Well, maybe it activated the bomb thing that blew up the generator.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was the taser gun. I think the bobby pin is the missing link of what happened between 8:15 to 9:30.
Oh.
Because there's this whole the suspicious note. What does it say? It says explicitly to close the door.
Yeah.
Damon
secret,
noticed that the doorknob was flipped. So there's foul play there. I feel like Wolfgang got trapped. I feel like he got lured into the boiler room. Got trapped. Or I don't know.
What was the doorknob flip? Like, where was the...
So the doorknob was essentially in the inside first when we first arrived, but now it was on the outside when you enter in, so someone locked it.
Someone flipped it, yeah.
Yeah, someone took the doorknob and flipped it so that the lock is now on the outside. You can lock someone in, right? That's what that means?
Yes.
So yeah, you would lock somebody inside the boiler room.
Except for locking yourself in.
And then the bobby pin was found. I'm pretty sure that unlocked that door. So the bobby pin was found inside the boiler room.
Inside, yeah.
Maybe they went inside and discarded it on the ground in there.
Pick the lock to get inside, and then there's a bobby pin on the floor.
And what though?
I'm thinking...
If you already killed a guy, why would you need to go inside?
Well, the bobby pin already is pretty implicit
who it is.
I think.
Yeah. But there's
That's sexist if you think it's Diana.
Yeah, I'm thinking Diana bludgeoned Wolfgang in the I don't know where that blood came from, but she bludgeoned Wolfgang, dragged him into the boiler room. Her plan was to shoot him with the taser gun and make it look like he was fixing the generator and he killed himself.
Right, electrocuted by the water.
Tasered him to death. And then the boiler room was locked for her plant for some reason. Somehow. So she had to pick the lock to get herself in.
Well, that is the assumption that Diana's originally the killer. The whole watching the prologue and seeing someone be the killer because they were hunted. Wolfgang was and is being sussy, no? I feel like he was plotting something.
Well, he was only sussy because he got the note.
Yeah.
Right?
I think
so.
He was sussy because he has his background that he didn't want people to know.
So he got the note after he said he didn't want to go to the game tournament. That's when he got really suspicious. Because then he...
So, here's a thought.
Lied to Grace. Lied to Toshiko.
What proof do we have that note isn't written by him? Like, what if he wrote the note and gave it to someone else, and then the killer took that note and then put it in Wolfgang's pocket? Just to be like devil's advocate, like, this is totally a note that Wolfgang got that made him go to 8:15. But that's because everything we've seen makes us think that way. But if you pose the question of like, well, what if he gave that note to someone else so that he could meet them at 8:15? Maybe Wolfgang had Diana's blackmail. Yeah,
I guess it depends. I mean, Grace also, with her thing saying that he lied to her. Or maybe not lied to her. Being sick. I don't know. Just the fact that he didn't want to be at the game tournament and then all of a sudden he said he would and then he backed out. I don't know. He just keeps flip-flopping. I don't really...
Well, all it is that it's proof that Wolfgang wanted to be somewhere at 8:15. And the note is like solidifying that. He had reason to lie to Grace so that he could get there because he didn't want to be at the tournament. He's telling other people that he is so that they think he's going to be there. If he wants to meet with somebody, I'm just saying it might not have been him or it could have been him who initiated the meetup. That's why he was lying.
He did seem pretty worried about the blackmail, and anyone can lie to him about the potential of having his secret.
I'm just saying, what if he had Diana's blackmail? He's like, meet me, Diana. But she's like, perfect, I can kill him. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I guess we'll see.
Let's get this started, shall we? Welcome back to the trial grounds, everyone.
Yay!
Yay!
Today will be no circus, no mockery woven with stitches and needles. A true, fair, and proper trial will commence. A battle of wits between the blackened and the spotless. I doubt I have to explain the rules to you again. But even so, you must vote for who you believe is...
God, his fucking portrait's so tall.
If the blackened receives the majority of votes, only they will be punished, and the rest of you will resume your killing game experience. However, if you vote for the wrong person...
I feel like if Toshiko dies, her portrait's going to be like barely hovering over the pedestal.
Or the blackened will be granted release from this academy. Happy discussing! We pray for your survival and success.
Can someone please break this silence?
I don't want to talk about this.
Wolfgang deserves justice, but putting everyone's lives on the line like this is just cruel.
Oh, crap. Without a lawyer, we're totally screwed. Whenever I turn my head, I keep expecting to see him at his podium.
Oh, don't cry, Toshiko. He's in a better place now, you hear?
Why is it always the big characters teaming up with the small characters in these games?
Whichever one
Big and small.
Sick bastards did this. Whatever it takes. No matter if I have to kick the brains out of every single person here, I'll find you.
Do you really gotta resort to violence?
Let's just stay calm, okay? Making peace with our situation is, the first step in handling it. How the hell can I stay calm when there's a killer on the loose? That bastard is watching us right now, fully content putting our lives on the line. Is that what you call peace? Being at the mercy of some dickhead silent observer?
Well, nobody knows for sure if the killer is even a silent observer.
Oh, she thinks it's Grace.
If anything, the killer might try to feign innocence through other means. For instance...
Eloise! Someone's getting a backbone!
Got some bite in her.
Why are you pointing the camera at me?
What are you looking at me for?
Yeah, Eloise is so you've been.
She saw in Grace.
Come
During the
on.
investigation seems really suspicious.
What did Grace do?
She stood in front of Wolfgang's dorm room and wouldn't let anyone go inside, intentionally or not. It really hindered our investigation.
Because of Grace, almost everyone who planned to investigate Wolfgang's dorm gave up and went elsewhere. It was only after some of us started protesting that she finally relented. You know, for someone who seems so adamant about finding Wolfgang's killer, it's odd she tried to conceal potential evidence.
I mean, we didn't really find much, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Grace is definitely the killer.
Grace's testimony was like the most important thing coming out of that room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
Grace couldn't have murdered anyone, because she went to the game tournament.
The first red herring.
Wow.
Attended the
What a
tournament?
big brain you got, Kai.
Does that rule her out?
I had to shut you down.
Well, yeah. We had to be at the dining hall by 9 a.m.-ish, which was like half an hour before the murder. Nobody left the tournament after it started either. Nobody I know of, anyway.
There weren't many of us there. Had someone disappeared, it would have been obvious.
So, Grace is off the hook? Wow. That plot thread resolved itself quicker than I was anticipating.
So Jean, Grace, and Kai attended Cassidy and Jet's game tournament.
And me.
And Mark.
You'll be important in chapter 3 when you and Jet have that double kill.
We can also vouch for Grace.
I was just thinking that too. I was like, at least he seems like a good chapter 3 death.
They're way too much together. Lying? About Grace?
What the heck? Are you seriously doubting 8 testimonies?
If the 8 of you were really together when Wolfgang was discovered, then Kai, doesn't that contradict what you said before the investigation? You told everyone you and Damon found Wolfgang first. How is that possible if you guys never left the dining hall?
The other people don't know the blackout happened.
Yeah, they don't know. What happened here?
Damon and me, we just found him like this.
I never said I didn't leave the dining hall.
But earlier you told us you were with the other attendees.
That's because us partygoers left the dining hall together.
To kill.
When the blackout struck, the tournament folk joined arms and headed straight downstairs.
Oh yeah, she saw us.
I would know. I saw him.
I handed him the knife to kill him.
Was a blackout?
You don't remember?
Actually, I don't recall a power outage either.
Where the fuck were you?
Did an alternate timeline converge with ours?
Why is it that some people can recall a blackout but not others? Thinking back on the testimonies I've collected, I could probably make an educated guess.
Think!
At least I'm not playing Mind.
I got it.
You got it.
The reason not
You
everyone
got it.
experienced the blackout is because only the building.
It doesn't feel very rewarding. It's like Danganronpa. They'll be like,
Yeah.
yes!
That's it!
Yeah, Damon's just like, yeah, obviously, I was gonna get it.
I mean, it's not really
very
his
cocky.
character, but
Yeah.
he's a little bit more like fanfare.
We were the ones who brought it back.
Nah, he's a cocky bastard. He knows all along.
Like the power was being restored anytime soon, so we took up the challenge of fixing it ourselves. And just our luck, boom! We found a spare generator lying in one of the storage closets. Of course, then we found Wolfgang.
She's right. The 8 of us split into 4 pairs and inspected a storage room each.
Because of the toaster trinket map, we know which ones too. Eva and Grace check storage closet A. Jet and I check storage closet
You know, I still am kind of suspicious about those 8
Damon and
players
Kai check
because
storage closet
the best
C,
alibis
and
are the
Jean
ones
and
that
Mark check
usually,
storage closet D.
Yep.
or what the killer wants. So
I was with Grace. She
Yep.
can
it's a
confirm
good mystery.
I'm curious how Jet and Cassie was able to work the generator.
We were together.
Seriously.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Well, I mean, generators are not that hard to work. You just flip on a switch and you pull like a crank on it, and that usually revs it up if it's an easy one.
Yeah, but this is Cassidy and Jet we're talking about.
I mean, Jet works on machines too, so I believe it.
Okay.
Whoa, uncool, dude.
Yes, ma'am.
Hang on. Even if you aren't involved in Wolfgang's murder, you must know something about his last known whereabouts.
What makes you think she'd be privy to that?
She fucked him.
You see,
they're bunk beds,
buddies. Spent last night with Wolfgang.
Her clothes are on the floor.
I mean,
yeah, what secret is she trying to hide?
Can Winona and Ulysses just speak up and say, yeah, we traded rooms? Easy as that.
No. I have to argue for that.
I need to prove without shadow of doubt that she was with, I guess, yeah, prove that she really was with them.
Well, actually, Damon should not say that he knows because he was
doing sus shit too.
He was meeting with Tozu on his own and he hid.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he saw them switch. Yeah.
So, Winona, Ulysses, what's going on?
Why would Ulysses know anything?
Common courtesy. If you're gonna have a one-night stand, you gotta let your roomie know in advance.
Common courtesy.
I should know. I do it to myself every night.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, he's right next to Toshiko.
So
I know where babies come from, okay?
Ulysses is bunking
Storks.
From the stork.
Well, we
Yeah.
only shared a dorm for one night.
You aren't bunking with him anymore?
Let me provide some context.
Please.
Please.
As you may remember, after Desmond suggested everyone bunk together, the male students were directed to the dining hall. Once there, we played rock, paper, scissors to determine who would partner with who. Jet partnered with Mark, Desmond with Jean, Damon with Kai, and I with Wolfgang. Those were the pairings at the time. However, the following day, Grace and I agreed to swap rooms.
Yeah? Why'd you do that?
For reasons.
Totally not suspicious.
It was
just come out with it.
I get Grace out of my hair. She gets me out of hers.
And you don't want to trade with any of the girls?
What the fuck were you guys arguing about?
Were decided to be a game of tic-tac-toe. I wasn't big on my partner being chosen for me. So when the opportunity arose to change that, I took it.
Thus, I became Winona's roommate, and Grace became Wolfgang's.
Can confirm. I watched the whole thing play out.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were there
Since
too.
the room swap happened the night after we implemented the bunk buddy system, that would mean Grace and Wolfgang have been bunking for about a day and a half. Ugh, gross.
What the?
In that case, Desmond was right
Make
about
a
those
prude.
two being together last night. Grace, did Wolfgang act strange at any point? Like, maybe he said something that stuck out to you, or... Oh, maybe had trouble getting to sleep.
No. Nothing weird happened last night. Nothing happened last night, but...
Uh-huh.
The murder. This morning.
Oh.
Wolfgang told me he felt sick.
Sick?
With a stomachache. It hurt so bad he couldn't get out of bed. I was gonna cancel my plans for today, but he convinced me to attend the tournament. So, I left his room right after the morning announcement. And yes, I'm talking about the game tournament. The same one Wolfgang acted all hesitant about attending. Newsflash, I changed his mind after breakfast yesterday.
Hold on a sec. That ain't what you told me this morning.
Why are you lying to people?
Simply put, she felt like competing. Grace knew I planned to compete as well, so she asked me to be her sparring partner, since you needed one to enter the tournament.
She withheld information.
Aye, that she did.
God, the way John looks at me.
Of course, since I now know Wolfgang's condition at the time, I can't say I blame her. If someone you cared for was in a vulnerable position, would you go around and admit that in a killing game? No. You would try to protect that person by saying nothing at all.
When you put it that way.
I like Jean.
Man.
Yeah.
He seems pretty level-headed, yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
obtuse.
No, it's actually cute.
Say we assume the best of Grace. She withheld information not to trick anyone, but to protect someone she cares about. What then should we make up the glaring contradiction in her testimony?
The hell do you mean, contradiction?
If your bunking partner was too ill to make the short trek to the dining hall, how did he walk all the way to the boiler room?
It's not her fault that Wolfgang's lying.
He would have stayed in his room.
Now that you mention it,
But they don't know that.
Yeah, they're making an assumption Grace is just making up a story to hide that she killed Wolfgang.
And Wolfgang, the person that could solve that would be Wolfgang.
But for a guy who's supposedly really sick,
It's not my fault it doesn't make sense. It's just what Wolfgang told me. Yeah.
There was that weird needle thing on his neck. That's the answer.
Not to say she doesn't know more than she's letting on. I'm not withholding anything else. Leave me alone.
Is there more to say? Is there more to the story than Grace is telling us? Too many people are letting their emotions cloud their judgment. I need to solve this mystery and set things straight. Like how Damon kind of let everyone talk. He'd be like, all right, shut the fuck up, here we go.
I know the answer, I just want to hear the turkeys gobble a little bit.
Why don't you tell everyone the truth, Grace? I've got nothing else to explain. The last I saw Wolfgang, he was in our dorm room.
Okay, hear me out.
Who's that?
Secret hallways.
We would have found those by now.
Maybe Wolfgang was carried by the killer.
That, or Wolfgang never told Grace he was sick.
I wouldn't lie about what he said.
What if Wolfgang used the elevator in the tree?
You're not helping.
They just kept seeing Grace's testimony, but she necessarily
This
at
is
fault.
so fun.
Why don't you tell everyone?
Maybe Wolfgang was carried by the killer.
That, or Wolfgang...
Oh, it was Toshiko.
Ah.
I mean, not Toshiko, Diana.
Why don't you tell everyone
With
the truth?
Toshiko's bullet?
Yeah, because Toshiko saw him walk his way out of his room.
Nothing else to...
Oh.
That's right. They talked.
Yeah. Yeah, Toshiko's in the hall and saw Wolfgang walking himself.
Carried by the...
I see.
That's wrong, Diana.
You, sassy bitch. What?
You're wrong.
Stop! She's not sussy. Stop.
Body. But that's not Grace's fault. The only person you should be blaming is Wolfgang himself.
what the heck? Why are you blaming him?
Let's fuck him.
Simple. Because he lied about being sick.
Seriously?
You can cooperate.
Oh shit!
Toshiko?
Holy shit!
During the investigation, you told me you saw Wolfgang in the hallways at 8:10 a.m.
That's after I left.
Yes, I remember now.
I wanted Grace to be the killer.
She developed a headache, so I went to the pharmacy to
Like
find
30
some
minutes to get from your room
I
to the
hope you
dining
didn't
hall.
remember.
Fine. But when I
David,
returned to
why
the
did you
hallway,
have to bring
Damn
it
it.
up?
I found myself face to
He,
face.
and then the fan slowly comes down.
Hold the phone! Toshiko actually saw Wolfgang?
We had a normal, pleasant exchange. He appeared perfectly healthy and even mentioned going to the tournament. Of course, he never made it.
I don't want to be that guy, but can anyone confirm this?
Mm-hmm. I heard them chatting a while in my room. Though I was bedridden like a sitting ghost, I could still make out their voices here and there.
Strange. He told Grace he wouldn't attend the tournament, but then said the opposite to Toshiko.
Sounds like he was telling fibs to conceal his actual intentions. And what's his true plan supposed to be?
To go to the boiler room. Most likely.
Ooh, I can't wait to slap at that secret note on whoever's gonna trip up.
Yeah.
Why did Wolfgang go to the boiler
Oh.
room? That I can also answer. Oh, never
The
mind.
note already.
About to slap it now. The taser.
This is it.
Close door.
During the investigation, I found this note tucked away inside Wolfgang's blazer pocket. A lot of it is water damaged. The paper looks like it was ripped from a notebook, and the handwriting was done in ink. But some parts are still legible.
I know everybody's signature. I will compare. Secret, 8:15 a.m. Boiler room. Close the door.
This mentions the boiler room.
Exactly. The fact we found Wolfgang in the boiler room, and this note in his pocket. It can't be a coincidence. This note must be the reason Wolfgang went there.
That mention of a secret sure is suspicious. I'm willing to bet Wolfie's reason had something to do with it.
Agreeing to meet a stranger in some spooky, dark place? Wolfgang had nerves of steel.
Ulysses, Grace, do you remember Wolfgang getting delivered a weird note?
No. The only time I recall him receiving anything was when Tozu distributed those envelopes.
I don't know anything about a note. Really?
Hmm.
Shared nothing with you guys?
Guess he didn't want them to know what it said.
Right. And if Wolfgang wanted to keep this note a secret, he would obviously want to keep the meeting a secret too.
Then the reason he told Grace he felt sick
was to remove her from the picture. Yeah. Once she's not in the room, Wolfgang has his opportunity to sneak out and head downstairs. That's also why he encouraged her to attend the tournament.
Well, that kind of clears her name.
Didn't this same guy ask us to share our blackmail with each other? Talk about double standards.
Are we sure he wasn't just trying to protect Grace? Maybe he knew he was meeting someone dangerous, so he thought it would be safer not to involve her.
That does sound like something Wolfgang would do.
Not to interrupt, but on the subject of blackmail, did Wolfgang ever confront the person he had?
Oh? You don't know whose blackmail he got?
Well, if you recall what Wolfgang said originally.
For that reason, I implore you all to speak with the person whose blackmail you have, and them only. Even if the contents of the envelope seem horrible, give the person a chance to explain themselves. Please don't kill me.
Regardless of the blackmail's contents, it would be treated as a matter
Looks
between
at
the
Damon.
recipient and the subject of the blackmail, and no one else. Which makes me wonder, could whether or not Wolfgang confronted his person clue us into what had originally been written on that note?
I'm not picking up what you're putting down.
If that person somehow realized Wolfgang carried their blackmail, but never came forward about it, they could have demanded Wolfgang show it to them. Hence the mention of a secret. However, if Wolfgang did confront his person, I don't see why that same person would then send him a threatening note. Not least act coy about information they both know.
If the person being blackmailed wasn't the one who wrote the note, who was?
Obviously, it would be the student with Wolfgang's blackmail.
Yes, the question may actually be a reference to Wolfgang's blackmail, not the sender's.
Is there any way to figure out whose secret it is?
We'll reveal everyone's secret right now.
Blackmail Wolfgang had first.
Oh, I've got just the idea. Yo, person who Wolfgang had blackmail on. If he gave you your blackmail back, can you say something?
Don't forget the person with Wolfgang's blackmail.
Just shut up.
Oh, right. Hey, person who's got Wolfgang's blackmail. If you're innocent, say something already.
It was Eva.
If I'm innocent, I should say something. Would telling everyone I have Wolfgang's blackmail really guarantee my innocence in their eyes? I don't know. Although everyone may follow my direction during the trial, since they can't ignore the evidence on my side. When it comes to me, of all people owning back Wolfgang's blackmail, how do I know they won't suddenly change their tune?
Yeah, it's interesting.
They might chastise me for not revealing his blackmail sooner, or maybe they'll think I'm confessing and accuse me of murdering him. It's not like I wouldn't be able to refute their arguments, but I really want to subject myself to all of that.
Damon's so smart. I love his thoughts.
Does the trajectory of this trial really depend on whether or not I
was hesitant to admit it, since I knew it would put me on the spot. But I'd rather be suspected than be the reason this trial comes to a standstill.
Wow, Sean.
Are you confessing? Do you have Wolfgang's blackmail?
Nah, not his.
Nah.
Seriously?
Nah.
Way to be anticlimactic.
However, it's thanks to him that I have my own.
Oh, Wolfgang has Jean's. Oh my god, who?
Wolfgang approached me the same day everyone received an envelope. Funnily enough, it happened right after I'd finished speaking with my own person.
Oh.
We had a good talk. He gave me his envelope and
I feel like we won't know everybody like who got who after this trial, and that might be like a secret ploy for like a later chapter.
Or later, yeah.
Yeah, maybe come back around later.
Yeah, because someone's secret's gotta be very important.
This should have all been said sooner. I realized that.
Yeah, I hope these don't just disappear after this trial. It keeps being like a recurring thing people think about.
Yeah, because I know Tozy didn't. There's no way all the students had shitty secrets. Some of them must have had really killing secrets.
Indeed.
Well, that gave us a clear pathway.
To acknowledge one's own misdoings is a most virtuous feat, I believe.
Right. It's very noble.
If I revealed my blackmail right now, would everyone here treat me the same?
Man, Damon, you suck.
Would they be just... Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was like, guys, I have it. Fuck you, dude.
I take it any blackmail person is
My
gonna
poor
step forward.
Mochi heart betrayed by you.
If nothing happens, let's just have everyone recite whose blackmail they got one by one.
Wait, no. The plot, though.
You sure that's a good idea?
No one's reciting shit. It was only a suggestion. Calm your farm.
Even if we knew who had Wolfgang's blackmail, that doesn't necessarily mean they're his killer. It's annoying they won't speak up.
Damon,
sure.
do you have it?
But unlike
Oh,
John,
shut the fuck up.
to reveal Wolfgang's blackmail to prove they have it. This person might just want to respect Wolfgang's request to keep the blackmail between two people. Especially now
Oh, he kind of weasels his way out of that.
Wow, Damon.
Is it really okay if we never find out?
Eva giving the side eye. Like, yes. Good job. Good save. Good fucking save. That
is had Wolfgang's, because then that person will be a big target.
Oh.
It's like doing a jigsaw puzzle without the box art to help you.
The cases, or
obviously the case.
Whatever, nerd.
I love the way she looks down at us.
The clearer the image,
Looks down
The
at
way
us.
she looks down at us.
At us, the players, yeah.
Because really, she's looking
On my hands
right
and
at
knees.
me.
Yeah, her portraits are fantastic.
You certainly talk a lot stranger than you used to, but I think I get it.
Well, I don't want to be the one to start, but we can all agree Wolfgang was stabbed to death, right?
You're so...
Why the fuck do you think that?
Stabbed to death?
Oh, because of the knife.
I saw a
Yeah,
bobbing
and the
around
blood.
the water near him.
Yeah, we can all agree on that.
There was blood.
But that's probably just Wolfgang defending himself.
And on the hallway floor.
Yeah,
gotta
maybe
be Wolfgang's
he
blood, right?
took that to just in case.
Yeah.
The knife was bloody, so
I'm surprised you noticed the knife.
No, y'all are so dumb. They don't know. Tell them, Damon, they don't know.
God damn it, I had Wolfgang's note.
Well, actually, we need Desmond to confirm that the taser gun was used.
Yeah.
We haven't really confirmed that yet.
That will literally solve it.
That would nullify all this, yeah. The killer stabbed Wolfgang in the hallway, then followed him into the boiler room. No, that's not what happened. I need to show everyone where they're gone wrong.
Yeah.
Haven't played a single minigame yet.
Is this
this really how you guys think Wolfgang died?
The bloody knife is way too big of a coincidence. It was floating in the water right next to him.
Not just
Floating
that.
in the water.
There's blood on the boiler room floor.
Yeah, because the floor
and
is
along the underground hallway.
flooded.
A confrontation must have happened in
I
those
was thinking it would be
hallways.
resting on the floor of the water.
It was probably a sneak attack. Killer
Yeah.
snuck up on Wolfgang, stabbed him from behind, and the rest is history.
With that knife wheeled and dealing on his tail, Wolfgang had no other place to run but the boiler room.
So, the killer entered the boiler room after him.
It's the hands.
Which was when they,
Where he was electrocuted to death.
ended it.
Right.
It all makes sense.
Yeah.
Who said to contradict that though?
The bloody knife is way too big of a coincidence.
Stabbed from the front. Jet says it. So the killer sneaks attack, and then his next sentence has the.
Killer snuck up on Wolfgang, stabbed him from behind.
I can't shoot. Nope.
No.
That does not dispute the possibility of a confrontation.
I like how they voiced
What's
their
your other-
reactions like that.
She's right.
Yeah. What's your other bullets?
Really how you guys think Wolfgang
It's blood spots or Wolfgang's hands. The storage closets only matter for the plug, and Tozu's tablet number 2 is.
That's
Actually, what is it?
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Did that give the cause of death?
No, it just
No,
tells
it
me the
doesn't.
estimated time of death, which I feel like will come later.
Yeah.
Well, the time of death can corroborate the blood being dried. How could the blood be dried if he just died?
Confrontation must have happened in those hallways.
Right?
Right now we're debating the cause of death, and
Blood on the boiler room
he got electrocuted. That's why I'm thinking it's the hands for something.
That's what I thought too.
Confrontation must have happened in those hallways.
I mean, there's a contradiction right there. And confrontation in the hallway, because there was no confrontation in the
time
hallway.
understanding how that's
Yeah.
Well,
Is this really how you guys think Wolfgang died?
The bloody knife is way too big of a coincidence.
That's why I thought it was a boiler room, because
It was floating in the water
or
right
the
next to him.
Not
whatever
just
rooms,
that.
because
There's
maybe
blood on the boiler room
he fought in
floor,
the rooms.
and along
The
They got
storage
dragged into the
closet?
boiler room. Yeah, the storage closet.
Oh, storage closet confrontation, maybe?
Yeah, what's the storage closet
It
one?
was probably a sneak attack.
Which one am I on? I don't know which one I'm on. Oh, there it is.
Where was your cursor?
I was trying to find my cursor. I'm like, I don't know which one I'm on.
Okay.
Oh,
Storage closet just talks about which closets we all entered into.
you searched.
That would be interesting
Yeah.
to use that later.
I mean, I'll go with the footsteps, right? And like finding the generator. We'll
So
talk
we
about
have-
that later.
The hands. Let's read the hands just to be extra sure.
Yeah. What? Because the description
Wolfgang's
is not always the
hand.
same as what the
Burn
title
marks
is.
all over.
They're just burn marks all over his hands.
I think that will
yeah.
be used later to ensure that it was
Confirm
the
that he's
taser-
electrocuted.
Yeah, that the taser was what killed him.
What did we just try? Which one did you use to shoot Jet's?
Hand on stabbed in the front.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I'm dead. I'm good.
You blacked out
I
there for a second.
used-
You alright, darling?
Yeah, I used Wolfgang's hands on Jet.
Yeah.
So use blood spots instead. Maybe blood spots don't line up to.
No,
Where
I
he's
know
supposed
you
to
used
be.
Tozu's tablet. Yeah,
Oh,
that would
use a
help.
tablet.
No, I already asked you to use Tozu tablet number 2, didn't I?
Oh.
Probably a sneak attack. The killer snuck
Or
up
maybe
on
Wolfgang's hands.
I use Wolfgang's hands first.
Oh.
Alright, Future Peter, just edit all this out and just
make
right
us
when we
look
hit the
at
right one.
floating in the water right next to him.
That's the hard one.
The killer
Oh.
entered the boiler room after him.
Is this storage closets to Ingrid saying boiler room? Because then you can say,
Ended it.
no, I heard someone running away from the boiler room.
But all this should have happened before we arrived there, right? Because he died the
Yeah,
same
I
time the blackout happened.
That's not what we're talking
Yeah.
about. This is
Maybe it's
about
the
refuting.
maybe it's the
knife.
blood spots
The stabbing.
on boiler room because there's no drag marks on the blood spots, right? It's just in one central
Yeah,
place.
there's no trail, there's no running.
So he couldn't run to the boiler room with blood.
That makes the most
because there's
sense
no trail
so far.
Oh, I guess we'll try it. It'll be my first time looking smart in front of the audience,
Yeah,
in front of the fans.
Not very. Conducive.
I always sucked at the trials.
It's because we know what to say, we just don't know how we say it. Fuck.
Not feeling what you're dealing, bro.
Shut up.
Wolfgang had no other place to run but the boiler room.
And I'm dead.
Right at the last.
Right at the last line.
Boy, this is
You know, I have the biggest issue with what Jet says. The killer stabbed him from behind. Like, what are you getting? I don't even know how to use the truth bullets.
Let's put a pause on this. Let's really look at the clues again.
Had no other place to run but the boiler.
No!
Wow. There's like 4 things and 4 answers. There's 16 possibilities for us to burn through.
I mean, we could just look up the answer.
Oh, no! Boy. This is not very conducive. Not conducive. What's the word I'm trying to look for? Not easy to understand.
We're just dumb.
Not obvious.
Someone in the comment section is typing it up right now exactly how you should be thinking.
It's so obvious, guys. This bullet obviously correlates with what this person is saying. Like, no, I don't see it, dude.
And the rest is history.
I get so hung up about like
because we know the answer.
What are we
or like
trying
we think
to
we know the answer.
Like
what is the developer trying to make us do right now? Which I don't like to second guess the developer's vision.
No, we just don't see it because I think we just see it like one way and it's hard to like envision it a different way.
There's blood on the boiler room floor and along the underground hallway.
I already forgot which ones I shot for everybody.
That's the biggest issue, yeah. That's what's gonna fuck us over.
You're
like,
definitely repeating these. Yeah, you just repeated another one.
Yeah, because someone just look up just the answer for this one, so I don't have to try 16 different ways and try to remember it.
Hold your horses.
I feel like I need to write down all of the bullets, and then on another side, everything that they're saying. Pause the game and just stare at that for like a really long time.
Yeah, fucking like connect the lines with the red string.
Yeah. Which one makes the most sense instead of shoot?
Okay, it's Tozu's tablet on Jet's stabbed from behind.
The one bullet I didn't do.
Yeah.
I did every other bullet except that one.
How does Tozu's tablet refute Jet saying
he got stabbed from behind?
No, but you know he died at 9:35, Jet. Oh, you're fucking right. What? Alright.
Is this he died in the boiler room? He didn't get attacked in the hallway. Well, why is it on Jet? Why isn't it on anything
on Ingrid?
I feel like I could refute Ingrid's just as easily.
Knife and the blood stains on the floor.
Okay.
Is it because we're like, Jet, you're the issue?
Himself?
I gave him a glance. Nothing too deep.
Okay.
Wait, I thought I asked you to do the... Oh no, I told you that you already did Tozu's tablet on Jet.
Clear absence of stab wounds.
You wanted me to do Wolfgang's hands.
In fact, none of the injuries he sustained were the type to cause severe blood loss.
Oh,
seriously,
I thought I asked you to do Tozu's tablet.
The same thing with Cassidy during the mock trial.
I don't know.
Couldn't you give Wolfgang the dignity of a proper investigation?
Hey man!
Ouch.
Okay. Yeah, that clue did not lead me to think that we're gonna go this from the angle of there's no wounds on Wolfgang's body.
What you should be worrying about in a killing game.
Not everyone has the stomach for investigating. That's fine. That's why you got people like me to do the heavy lifting.
Oh, it's gonna really suck when you die then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wolfgang's body. I'll lay out his injuries. There were 2 marks on the back of his neck. A bruise.
Are you our medic?
Dot. His hands were burned.
All right, so here's my. Oh yeah, captain. So you gotta be medics, you know.
Well, he did say he was like also like a double medic, right?
Yeah,
I remember something like that.
He's a jack of all trades, is what captain.
He wears many hats.
Okay, so here's my theory for how Wolfgang died. So they knocked him out in the storage room, dragged him over to the boiler room, dumped him in the water to make it look like he got electrocuted, but the water's not conductive. So what they did was they took the taser, shot him in the neck with it, and then cut the extension cord, plugged it into the generator, ran the extension cord with the bobby pin as the conductor into the taser, and then it mega killed him.
Oh
Yes,
my
if I
god.
may add on to what John said.
Dude, tasers make that kind of mark on the back like that though?
Yeah, tasers are. You know how they electrocute people is they fire two prongs to penetrate their skin to electrocute them.
But the bruise is like, I don't know. The bruise wasn't like shaped in a prong, right?
Oh no, the bruise is from the fucking
rolling pin.
the rolling pin
Oh, rolling
smashing him, and then he had two puncture wounds or two
Oh,
like
that's right. The needle thing.
Yeah, little pinprick wounds.
Failing in their limbs for a few hours.
I was aware of lightning paralysis, but even I didn't know its official
At first, I
name.
thought those were hickeys from Grace, though.
I did too. That's why I screamed. I was like, ah!
Yeah.
What the fuck?
But yeah, I think what they're implying is that he got tased.
He definitely got tased. What's bothering me is that Jean spilled like a chemical, and I wonder what that was. Because there's like the broken glass in the water.
I think the chemical maybe
Sorry to hear that and all, but
made the water more
lightning have to do
conductive.
with anything?
Well, if I had to guess, Ulysses, did it look like a big old tree was drawn on Wolfie?
A big old tree. Yes, that's how I would describe the burns on Wolfgang.
So Wolfgang.
I think Ulysses was trying to be
had
funny.
lightning strike scars?
Yep.
Huh?
Hello, the blackout.
Building though. Lightning can't come from anywhere.
Could he not have been struck before the killing game? Fate is stronger than will, you know.
And Grace is like, I've never seen those scars.
I've seen it all over his naked body.
Yeah.
Those burns were fresh.
Nay.
One look was all it
Is that
took for me
how
to know that.
pirates talk?
If he had these scars before,
Nah.
he would have noticed them anyway.
Nah.
But if those marks were recently inflicted, wouldn't it mean Wolfgang somehow went outside?
Not necessarily. This is only something I thought of just now, but the reason Wolfgang sustained burns similar to that of lightning strike victims may be because whatever inflicted his burns was equivalent in damage to a lightning strike.
You say there's something out here channeling the power of lightning?
Oh, Jet. It's gonna really suck when you die. Something equivalent in damage to a lightning strike. The idea sounded ridiculous, but when I think back on the boiler room and what was inside it, right, if I take that object into consideration, Ulysses' theory starts to hold some weight.
You know, I feel like, at least with these kinds of questions, I never feel too out of like, I have no idea what they're talking about. It's always the bullets where I'm like, and I mean this in like Danganronpa games in general. I've only played one and watched Peter. But V3 was like, what is going on? I'm so confused.
I do. Why?
It's because they have to spin like a whole story to go with it, and we're just like trying to get straight to the point.
Yeah.
You have to remember someone that's also lying, right, and trying to feed false information to these people to try to get out of this situation.
Consists of a small concrete platform surrounded by ankle-deep water. Throughout the room are boxes filled with various garbage, and in the back looks to be a generator, charred beyond belief. What you just heard is a brief summary.
Wow, you are so useful.
There's a generator inside the boiler room. Of all the things which could deal similar damage to a lightning strike, doesn't a generator sound the most likely?
Didn't Ulysses say it was destroyed?
At the time of the investigation, sure. But it wasn't always destroyed. You probably don't remember. But back when we found the dummy, I mentioned something about the underground floor.
Oh no, we absolutely forgot. We don't like you.
Nobody remembers.
We don't listen to you.
Dining hall people, you were in the building before. Tell us what's going on.
Yeah, why didn't you mention this other girl?
The hell? I never even saw her.
Huh? You were there too, Bargain Bin?
How much times have we read this?
Don't even.
Yeah.
I know, this is like the third or fourth time we've done this.
Third or fourth now, yeah.
There's a floor below us. That's where I woke up.
It's a really important
To be more
backflash.
specific, it was the boiler room.
It's because no one remembers there's a boiler room.
I hadn't been alone either.
Yeah, everyone acts like they've never been down there.
I woke up first.
Except for the killer! I mean, no, the killer's totally...
Yeah.
But it's also like us and Ava are the only ones that were down there, really. So like, why trust us too, right? So, is there really a boiler room?
Right.
Who knows? Only the two liars
So in
know.
the time since you woke up there,
Thanks, said Damon.
destroyed.
It's the only possibility.
A blackout, come on,
The
guys.
generator? Well, it's hard to say for sure. My best guess would probably be
It's hairpin.
Don't waste my time.
Hello, I love this.
Oh, whoa!
That was hot. Can I go back to that, please?
Yeah,
Two
let's...
things. First, destroyed is overly vague. Ulysses explained the state of the generator much better. Charred beyond belief.
You see the dent on that thing, though?
Where's your proof the generator inflicted those burns?
What are you talking about? The generator must be involved. It's near where Wolfgang is lying.
Plus, it exploded when he died.
Proof now, does it? Do you also consider happenstance as conclusive evidence? Funny how the standards shift, if so.
Alright, well, you got a point there, bitch.
Yeah.
Damn it, she's trying to make me look like an idiot. If I let this continue, the others might start to doubt me. I need to stop her before she veers the trial off track. Here comes a card game.
Come on, Ultimate Debater.
Ha! You thought you were the only one with the interjection animation? Think again. Sometimes a student would dislike your argument so much that they'll initiate a one-on-one debate with you. Call this Rebuttal Showdown. Oh, fuck, I hate these ones. During Rebuttal Showdown, your opponent will fling a flurry of remarks at you and use your job to counter them. No, not the sword shit!
Please, no dance.
I don't know what buttons they are on the controller. Slice diagonally, press 2 keys at the same time. Be sure to pay attention to the shape, size, and position of your opponent's remarks as they will clue in at what direction you should slice. Time you strike with white text, the green side of the screen will shift left to represent your argument succeeding. Okay, so this is exactly like the fucking sword showdown.
Yeah, exactly.
From V3.
It looks like there's more instructions to the left.
Somewhere in the middle, you and your opponent will wrestle. Fuck. Rapidly left click. Fuck me. Truth blades. Okay, I need you guys' help. You guys gotta pay attention to the truth blades. Because I will be very focused on figuring out the buttons. Don't start slicing the second you see gold. Assess the validity of the remark and check the truth blade. Okay. Same thing. I didn't see anything different from what they had in V3. Ooh. I like the look though.
Cool. Okay.
Alright, that's way too many for
While
me.
the generator may look suspicious, consider the time frame we're working with. If the only time you saw the generator in
How can you
full
possibly
working
be
condition
slicing
was on the day of our
and then also looking at
okay, got it.
the swords too?
period of almost 4 days.
I don't even, how do I bring up the swords? Shit.
Do you want day 1?
How do I change swords? Yeah.
While the generator may look suspicious,
Oh, there you go.
consider the time frame we're working with. If the only time you saw the generator in full working condition was on the day of our kidnapping, that gives us a period of almost 4 days, in which the generator might have been destroyed.
Fuck.
Okay, she's...
The
fuck is
Alright, I know the buttons. I'm good.
What about the blackout? It's impossible for the generator to cause the blackout. If it was already broken prior to the tournament.
Okay, so she's
What about the blackout?
suggesting
Very well have
the
lost
generator was destroyed
any point
and before.
after the murder.
Yeah, she's trying to say that
So the
Wolfgang was
DJ
not.
pad clock.
Not
Yeah, that
it's
is
the DJ pad.
that is pure proof that we've been running on power with the generator, the whole fucking building.
What about the blackout?
Yeah, because she's not even convinced there was a blackout yet.
Yeah.
This one?
Ooh, yeah.
Just kidding, I already did it.
Bitch.
Boo, 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 boo.
I pressed the wrong button.
That was honestly quite lucky.
Good job, Peter. Good job.
Yeah, good job.
Good job. Good job.
A victory is a victory.
I definitely meant to do that.
Damn it, Damon.
There was no physical clock inside the dining hall. A digital one has been built into Mark's pad. If you look at what time the digital clock is frozen on, it matches the time of death listed on the tablet, 9:35 a.m.
Well, Mark, is this true?
Don't talk about my music.
There's no point in me saying anything when someone else has already said it better.
Mark.
Answer with a yes or no, will you?
Yeah, you're not helping, bro.
Yeah, that was uber cringe, bro.
I don't need your insecure bullshit, Mark.
All right, moving on.
The matching times are too much of a coincidence.
Please, Mark. Someone's dead.
Oh.
Like you're trying to stop us from finding out who killed him.
Mark the killer.
What do you suppose
The alligator gets bigger on his head.
Just consumes his whole head.
I want to say Mark's headset or his headphone. It looks like alligator eyes, and I'm in love. Great design.
Yeah, for alligator, love her here.
Did you forget? It's impossible for the water in the boiler room to play a role in Wolfgang's murder because it isn't even conductive.
What if it is with the taser?
That water is dank.
You make it temporarily conductive?
So I tested the water.
Oh, yeah.
Or the plug, right? Out of the corner of my eye, I saw Eva approach the pile of boxes and fish out a light bulb. Then, without hesitation,
Yeah, is there like a
she chucked it into the water.
that makes water conductive?
Not that I know
I thought it was just
Not that-
electricity.
Not that I know, but these guys are fucking smart for 18-year-olds, so whatever, right?
And one 14-year-old.
In
And one
both
14-year-old.
instances, I proved the water was safe to enter. To be honest,
If
neither
water is not
result really
conductive,
surprised
no
me.
amount of like
Water
plugs
will
or
only act as a conductor if it
whatever
makes contact with two
won't
separate
make it any
energy
more
sources.
conductive. Or
Oh, there it is. She just said it.
One source.
So the water needs to be in contact with two separate energy sources.
holy shit, normal
I need-
players. Who knows that?
So I need 2 toasters in my bathtub?
All it takes is one lightning bolt, and the surrounding miles are scorched.
But the generator is a slow, persistent source of electricity.
Okay, so then I can-
A lightning strike.
Here's a gun. Yep.
I could use the plug,
Doesn't matter how it manifests.
whatever is connected to.
You two avoided electrocution.
Yeah, the taser gun.
Is because the generator's exposed
Oh,
wires
just taser gun
aren't
too,
even
yeah.
touching the water. If they were, you would have been scorched right from the start.
Maybe when
I'm
the
also an
generator was
engineer.
destroyed, some of the wiring fell into the water.
John is so fucking smart, it's crazy.
Even in its current sorry state, the generator's wires are nowhere near the water.
It doesn't make sense for the generator to pose a danger anyway. The point of the killing game is for the students to kill each other, not for the facility to kill the students. A feature of the building killing a student would be a meaningless death because you can't attribute a student killer to it.
As for why the generator's been charred, sometimes electrical faults happen. Even my ship's engines have broken under particularly relentless storms. And if an electrical fault caused Wolfgang's death, then his murder is purely on the hosts, ain't it?
Not if I was the one who shot the taser gun, says Diana.
That's
Why do all these teenagers know so much about electrical engineering? What the fuck?
Well, okay. Eva
like a
and
s-
Jean,
because they're
they are-
ultimates.
I
Lance.
like
There are
maybe
exceptions.
Eva knows niche shit. How the fuck does John know this shit?
I wear many hats.
He lives on the water, so he knows all about how dangerous water is.
Electricity, water.
Obviously, he knows electrical engineering if he lives on the water.
Yeah.
Right.
Is the generator really unrelated to the case? But the timing of the blackout is too perfect. It can't be a coincidence.
Okay, since we've ruled out the generator, what else could have electrocuted Wolfgang?
It mightn't be relevant, but I did see one other thing on the boiler room floor. A toy gun or something. At least, that's how it came across to me.
Not a toy gun, a taser gun.
A taser? I'll shoot electricity!
I'm not sure how the taser fits in with this case, though. It doesn't seem to have been used.
Nope. The taser was definitely...
Finally.
There you go, Desmond. Attaboy.
I didn't catch any sort of string protruding from it.
Not all taser guns release a string when fired. Some are completely wireless. For those types,
good to know.
They've been used if their blast doors are missing. Side note, blast doors are plastic panels which cover the muzzle of a taser. If a shot is fired, they pop clean off. When I was investigating the crime scene, I found the taser gun in one spot and its blast doors in another. Speaks for itself, yeah?
And here I was thinking the yellow bits were just random trash.
Where the heck did a taser gun even come from? Last time I checked,
Obviously, the pharmacy and the gachapon.
Yeah, that's exactly where I would.
Someone won for it.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh.
Just think about it for 1 second.
I don't have many characters. You can't kill me off yet.
Everyone here has a dorm room which is themed around their talent. Mine's got DJ equipment.
Damon's got nothing to use.
Jet's got car batteries.
I got a podium.
If that's what we
You
have,
smash them over the head with the podium.
No, I'm gonna debate them to death.
Are you talking about, like, knives and stuff?
Wow.
What? Is there something on my face?
Forget this.
Spoken like a true
The
Kazuichi.
person I'm talking about is Desmond.
Huh? No way! You think the gun
You think there were like taser shooting competitions?
Got it all mixed up.
That is... I was gonna say that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard, but I'm pretty sure how America is set up, there's gotta be some people that have that.
My abode. I couldn't tell you if he had weapons.
Talk about suspicious.
Did Desmond agree to bunk in Jean's dorm so Jean wouldn't see the weapons in his?
Listen.
Yeah, but how do you... How do you know John doesn't have weapons?
Not mine. I've never seen anything like it.
No, that's a lie.
A lie?
Well, you just described how taser works, so.
Yeah. You.
Oh.
His attempt to feign innocence wouldn't fool me, not when I know the truth.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what's going on, Desmond? Why are you lying?
His blackmail. Eva's blackmail explicitly says that his room has weapons, right? Oh my god. Come on.
That's my evidence.
Oh shit, they're gonna cycle back. How do you know Eva's blackmail?
Yep.
For him?
Well, we have to talk. We will have to reveal that sooner or later.
Yeah, he's gonna get caught for sure.
This information that we know, that only like with our talk with Eva. So, with his weapons at hand, Desmond guards the only one he trusts.
The writing style seems to match. I think it's legit.
That's more than a little suspicious, don't you think? Leaving a bunch of weapons unguarded during a killing game?
Don't judge me. This is the first time I'm hearing of it too.
You didn't know there were weapons in your room?
You have fucking arrows on your back.
Those are just for show.
Squeaky.
He pulls one out. It's got like a Nerf end on it.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Didn't catch sight of any weapons.
Nerf arrows.
Do you seriously think I'd leave them unguarded and risk being found out?
Yeah. Desmond cares too much about everyone. He pointed out.
Well, let's not get too crazy.
And gave us the idea to bunk together. Why would he hide weapons in his room?
Because I gave us the idea to bunk together so you guys wouldn't go to my room.
And found the taser gun hidden inside. There's no other way to explain it.
Well, who go in your room?
Desmond gets a bunch of guns. All I get is an old game console and a deck controller.
Take the bad with the good, dearest pupil. No one fears game consoles. Well, no one besides parents and the religiously inclined.
Enough talking about
Huh?
consoles.
That wrong there?
Oh, that's
Why are
pretty
you
true.
guys believing Desmond so easily? If the taser gun belongs to him, then he's the killer. Any argument he makes against it is just a flimsy excuse.
I agree with that.
You're yelling in my ear,
Grace.
Grace.
Taser gun, Grace's testimony. She can fetch books.
Blackout.
The taser gun came from his room.
I had no idea the gun even existed. I was barely in my dorm to begin with.
Because you wanted to draw attention away from your weapons hoard.
But
If this is about avoiding suspicion, why did Desmond say the taser gun was fired? I don't think a killer would draw attention to their own murder weapon.
That's what the killer wants you to think.
I call it reverse psychology.
She was with
Sprinkle
Desmond?
in a little helpfulness,
Grace's testimony.
and suddenly
What is Grace's
everyone
testimony?
trusts you.
That Wolfgang lied.
Oh, okay.
And then she went to the tournament. Okay, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, not useful.
Is Desmond innocent? When I compare the evidence to everyone's statements.
Oh yeah, Eloise just said it. I was with Desmond. Can you steal that from her?
I had no idea.
I don't know if we
Oh,
can
is
steal
this a
the
stealing one?
No!
Whoops, I pressed the wrong button.
Good job.
Imagine that somehow was the case. Did I break the game?
Oh, shit, you broke it.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh,
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Alright, start again.
No!
It's okay, it's okay. We'll get a perfect day this way. Man, why couldn't you have just missed like you always miss?
Fuck! No!
Alright, we're right back. Yeah, the one time I actually aimed correctly.
You're like one of those dudes that manslaughter someone and accident with a gun. Oh shit, it went
Oh,
right through his
fuck.
fucking head in a lethal angle.
2 hours later.
Wolfgang, stop.
No, that's wrong.
Wow, Peter, you're doing so good. How'd you know that?
I know. First hit, you know what?
Whoa, you didn't even have to see it twice. You did it in the first try.
Let you guys know, hands are off the controller.
Oh my god.
Mom, I'm riding with no handlebars.
My eyes are closed.
My
soul's eyes are open. Oh my god,
Oh,
can you possibly get so
wow.
lucky again?
Yeah, crash the
Oh,
game again
God.
so I can see that. Yeah, I made it back at the perfect time.
Oh my god, so much portraits of when Nona looking down on you and Eva looking down on you.
Killers? What do you guys think? We're like,
It's Diana.
While the generator
it's like
Diana.
I'm like 95% sure it's Diana. Everyone else is like sharing that 5% between them. So yeah.
right.
day of our kidnapping,
What would be like a killer that?
in which the
Okay, so I asked this because I kept thinking about what if it's Eva?
I mean,
while the generator may look
I think
suspicious,
I wouldn't be surprised they
So
try to
crazy.
spin that at some point.
the only
Yeah.
time you saw the generator
I mean, I
I kept thinking about the build up and like the focus of like, is this gonna hurt me because they've been getting so close?
in which the generator might have been destroyed.
I like don't actually think, but it's just like been bouncing around in my brain because
I have thought of like Eva dying soon versus like making it to the end and surviving and being like, you know, the girl.
It's impossible for the
But
generator to cause the blackout.
I think I would just be really disappointed as a player and also as Lance if the trade is Diana's life or Eva's life.
The building may very well have lost its power. At any
Yeah.
point before or after
I definitely think it's Diana.
I'd be happier if Diana went versus Eva.
Yeah.
Personally, even if, say, the whole trial was like proving, it just makes sense Eva would do it, and that is the right answer.
No way.
I would be like, no, it should be Diana.
I'm so glad Toshiko's alive. And she didn't die.
I'm just so grateful that no matter what happens, Toshiko and Eva will survive this trial. Unless they're like, oh man, it's fucking Toshiko. Like, wouldn't that just be crazy?
Dude, oh
That'd be
my god, the
hilarious, wouldn't
fucking
it? Right?
crazy. The bobby pin? How you do that?
Taser guns really for those types.
Yeah, she socked him, Wolfgang on the back of the net from 3 feet below him. What the? Fucking rolling pin.
I was thinking the yellow bits were.
Where the heck? Maybe.
Dude, where the fuck was Diana during the murder?
She was in her room doing her makeup.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
she knew about the blackout.
Knives and stuff. What?
But yeah, she has no alibi because she was by herself.
Yeah, she started with I have no alibi, and that's like such a bad look for you, man.
yeah. But I'm so nice. I wouldn't hurt anybody.
And I'm like encouraging that it might be nobody.
Yeah, if the killer could just take a step forward, man. Oh man.
Honestly, like I do that
Bombastic
shit.
side eye from Clinchy. You know,
I do that
like
shit in Among Us all the fucking time. It never works.
All right, we're back.
We're back. I mean, we're already here. I mean, first time.
Yeah, we never left.
The taser gun came from his room.
I had no idea the gun even existed. I was barely in my dorm to begin with.
Really in my dorm. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because he slept in John's.
And Eloise is saying
Eloise.
she was with Desmond. Eloise.
Why did Desmond say the taser gun was fired? I don't think a killer would draw attention to their own murder weapon.
You try to throw us off your trail. It's not gonna work though, Diana.
I call it reverse psychology. You sprinkle in a little helpfulness.
We played too much Danganronpa for that shit.
Everyone trusts you.
When the murder happened,
Desmond is the killer.
It's music.
was with Desmond.
Yes!
Yeah! Consent!
Consent, I heard you! I'm listening!
I'm paying
You're
attention.
heard.
I consent to your opinion.
He definitely wasn't involved in the murder. Eloise can back me up on this.
Right.
You didn't know about the blackout.
Desmond and I, we were together in the courtyard at the
I don't know why it's called consent.
I see.
Maybe it could be more like
Both of you
concur.
can be ruled out as suspects.
Don't just take her word for it.
Consent's a stronger word.
Jeez, if you have a bone to pick with these guys, at least save it for when we're not solving a murder.
Yeah. Why don't you want to believe Eloise?
Because she's in a love triangle with Wolfgang.
Have been on my case non-stop.
Love triangle is
Not gonna lie,
very
I see where Grace
generous
is
thing
coming
to call
from.
that.
When Eloise tried to single her out earlier, Desmond was pretty quick to jump in and agree.
Even so,
They were paired up in the prologue.
topic has been brought up. I would like to mention something.
What prologue?
To the pharmacy.
Damon.
That was 2 years ago.
Together.
You also said you were back in the hallways around 8-10 a.m., didn't you? That means those two were wandering around unsupervised. Either one of them could have left the courtyard.
If Desmond was the killer, what would Eloise gain from defending him? Should the wrong vote be cast?
Yep.
Nothing about the rules.
Good girl.
Just an accomplice of the killer would be
Toshiko's my favorite voice actor.
So smart. He's great.
Excellent.
I'm a big fan of Tozu's.
Tozu, yeah, Tozu is killing it.
Tozu's absolutely fucking
killing
nailed
it.
Grace, I realize Desmond's irked you, but that's no reason to keep steering everyone down a dead end. Let's move on.
Ree!
What is this angle?
Whoa. He's that Arthur fist.
Future Peter, can you put that in? Thanks.
Anyway, we should totally thank Desmond for clearing things up now. Not only do we know he's not the killer, now we know how the killer got their hands on the taser.
Now we know how... What?
Someone must have gotten the idea to rifle through my dorm because of my talent, and found the taser gun hidden inside.
Yup, that is word for word what Desmond said.
Right. Good memory.
That's the only time you were helpful?
All in a day's work, baby!
Can you repeat that quote, Cassidy?
All in a day's work, baby!
But I just said it.
Yeah, but I want you to say it again.
That's just fantastic.
Someone must have gotten the idea to rifle through my dorm because of my talent and found the taser gun hidden inside.
Is there something on your mind?
If Desmond's testimony is anything to go by, then wouldn't this mean the culprit has to be male?
What?
Sounds like something a killer would say. A female killer.
Correctly, all the guys were aware of each other's pairings. With that sort of knowledge,
At first I thought Eva's raspy voice was kind of like off-putting, but the more I know about her, yeah, I think it really fits her.
It only takes a quick peek to check if someone's inside or not. Anyone could have done that.
And who's to say the thief didn't barge in before we started bunking?
You?
While people were having breakfast.
Seems there was a mountain of opportunities for our culprit to sneak in unnoticed. Doesn't exactly help us narrow things down, does it?
Oh.
Well, guess this taser gun was a bust.
I was ignored.
Look on the bright side. If it's been fired, then it's probably what electrocuted Wolfie. If trying to suss out who stole it isn't feasible, why don't we talk about Wolfie's other injuries instead? You know,
yes, let's talk about the neck.
Marks. Those seem like they could lead us somewhere.
Yeah. Besides the burns on his hands, Wolfgang also had a bruise and a tiny red dot on the back of his neck.
A bruise and a tiny dot, huh? Want to try tackling them in alphabetical order?
Alphabetical
2 items.
Now, aren't you full of smart ideas?
No need to thank me. It's only common sense.
Okay.
Stop enabling her.
A man is dead. Dead.
Stop enabling her. See,
Good
that
job,
kind of talk from Cassidy makes her last all the way to the end.
I think it's safe to say the killer didn't use a flamethrower.
Cassie is another favorite character.
Got into a fight? Someone might have attacked him.
Agree.
Oh, is that what you did, Diana?
If you can even reach
The best lies are the ones with a little bit of truth.
Either way,
Something.
No, don't agree with
the
Kai. Do
rolling
not
pin.
agree with Kai. Whatever you do, don't agree with Kai.
But I have to though. Steal
Please.
rolling pin.
He'll never let you forget it. Don't agree with him. In fact, just let everyone die.
He's at his lowest right now, but he needs that up. He needs that win.
Yeah, even Kazuichi got at least a couple right throughout the time.
I think he had like
something must have caused that bruise on Wolfgang's neck. What could it have been?
Oh yeah, he is tall. That's so funny that Mark said that.
Yeah, he's the tallest guy, so someone has to like fucking LeBron James dunk his neck with the steel pin.
Oh my god.
From
that's
downtown.
So
something did hit Wolfgang. Really? Man. And I was only blurting out the first thing which came to mind.
We knew that.
Anyway, from how you're wording things, do you know what that something is? A rolling pin.
Yeah, the only guy that did fucking investigation in this entire group.
Wolfgang was hit with a rolling pin.
How on earth did you reach that conclusion?
He throws rolling pin in the middle of everybody.
He reaches behind him, pulls pulls out from behind him and throws into the middle of the ring. Where did that come from?
Small brown smear mark.
Don't touch it, everybody.
There's something else which solidifies
Yeah, it's contaminated.
in the murder. Handprints. 2 of them on the edge of the pin.
So
the killer used a rolling pin to attack Wolfgang?
It certainly explains the bruising on his neck.
They must have wanted him to be unconscious so he wouldn't fight back.
Exactly. It would be easier to drag him
Fight
into the
back!
water. If
Fight
he's
back!
You reckon the killer purposely put Wolfie in the water?
Damn! With one electrified blow, Wolfgang is zapped to bits with the taser! Since he's lying in the water, he's definitely a goner.
Considering the logical ethos of the killer's rectitude, especially when governed under
You use a lot of big
pressure,
words.
leaving him catatonic would be the most facile solution.
Do you have like a thesaurus behind that fan?
Yeah, you just see a bunch of vocabulary written on the other side of the fan.
What the fuck? After shooting Wolfgang with the taser, what was the killer's next move? If I figured that out, I'll be one step closer to solving this case.
Ah, yes.
Here we go. It's all coming together.
Yes.
Finally. What the fuck? All these are useless.
I think it's the timeline. Because, they waited for the tournament to happen. They waited a long fucking time for that. And when the music was at its peak, I think they wanted to time it with that.
Because the two of us went inside closet A.
Why were you inside the closet?
To find the backup generator, remember? Jed and I checked closet B. Damon
Closet
and I checked closet C. Eva and Grace checked closet A. And Jean and Mark checked closet D.
Okay.
The killer just discarded the pin.
Okay, I guess
Before
this.
we came downstairs.
Oh.
Yeah.
No,
I think Mark's right.
it
Yeah,
can't
I
be
think I wanna-
before because they waited, right? They were like hiding and then
Yeah,
they
I think I'm
ran.
gonna do footsteps on Mark.
Oh, here we go.
Discarding the pin.
Just because the killer placed the pin earlier doesn't mean they left before we arrived. Yeah, I think it's
It's
footsteps
Diana.
on Mark.
No, it's
Diana.
Diana. Footsteps on Diana. She's saying that the killer discarded the pin as they fled.
Oh.
They
That's-
did it.
yeah.
Yeah, they took him out before he even died, or knocked him out before he even died.
Yeah, that sounds right.
They want to bait you so hard with that.
Yeah,
storage
look at
room
this
rooms.
bait with
They're baiting
Cassidy.
you so fucking hard. Well, watch them actually be right, and I'm wrong.
No, all in on Lance's. That sounds right to me.
I think Mark's right.
You dirty bitch.
I see you, killer. I see you.
I see you.
I see you.
Back to their room. Immediately.
Do their makeup.
You can't hide.
Yeah,
You
I
can't
heard you
hide.
in your little sockses, your wet socks.
You weren't healed.
Wet
The
socks.
killer fled the underground hallway at a later time. When the tournament attendees were looking for a backup generator, Kai and I heard someone run past our room.
Huh?
You heard me?
Oh man, that's right.
Well, whoever ran,
Exploring
they
the
had really
closet.
cute, sexy
When
footsteps. I bet.
All of a sudden,
I guess it was
in
me.
the hallway.
Wow, that sounds like me.
Decided he was gonna
It takes a
follow where the
selfie.
footsteps came from and entered the boiler room.
Did anyone else hear these footsteps?
Nope. Not ringing any bells.
I can't hear out this helmet.
Yeah, Jed and me didn't really hear it over all our talking.
Jeff starts doing sign language. No.
Stupid. And still can't hear.
Well, I initially thought it was my imagination, so I never said anything.
Ashamed to say I also brushed off the footsteps. Thought I was hearing things. However, since other people can attest to hearing them,
Then someone else was on the underground floor with us.
Yes, and then we could show off the blood spots.
None of the tournament attendees could have been the person running, since everyone explored the closets in pairs. They all have solid alibis.
I'm sure we can all vouch for that, aye?
Everyone was still in their closets after Damon and I found Wolfgang. So,
Considering the footsteps were moving away from the crime scene, I think it's safe to say they belong to the killer.
Wouldn't that mean the killer fled while you guys were exploring the rooms?
Hold up. So the killer had been right next to us?
Actually, right next to your storage closet.
Yeah, you're really close.
huh? How are you so calm after hearing that? The only thing which stood between us and a murderer was a door. What if they attacked us?
Well, they didn't, so I don't see what the problem is.
Sheesh, you're weird.
Why not run away?
Man, that'd be so crazy just being in like
everyone is searching seems really
in a murder game, and then across from you on the podium is just Mr. Beast, like just.
I guess.
What the fuck?
I know.
I was like, where is he going with this?
Like, how weird must that be? Because everyone knows him too.
Sounds pretty meat-headed if you ask me.
Yes, you'd think a killer would use that moment to run away.
But everyone had to get called to the boiler room.
Footsteps? Describe the sound.
They just grab Diana and have her run with no shoes.
Saki.
Sounds like just like this.
Saki.
It sounded pretty soft. Like the person had taken off their shoes.
That's a pretty good hearing.
Yeah.
Seems this killer was purposefully trying to keep quiet.
You're so smart, my queen.
Because their footsteps were soft.
My queen, my queen.
That seems like a leap in logic.
Nah.
What? Why? No.
I get what
No.
she's saying.
Yeah.
You killed someone. Of course you wouldn't be quiet.
I'm pretty sure. So any one of us could have run down the hallway. The thing with shoes is, not everyone here has the same kind. If the killer had worn theirs, we might have been able to figure out their footwear from the sound it made on the floor. Then we just have to single out the person with that footwear. Man, it would have been so easy to find the killer.
And I only know
Already
one
can
person
find the
who
killer,
sleeps
though.
with their footwear, Damon.
What?
Oi, are you pulling out leg?
Come off
I'm
the grass.
completely serious.
Soybean.
Picture a map of the building complex in your head. The building with the dorms is on the left, the courtyard is in the middle, and the building with the tree is on the right. Now, try and pin everyone's locations during Wolfgang's murder. Once
Too many
you do
people.
that, the identity of the killer will definitely become clear.
Is the killer
What are you
someone
talking about?
whose position we can't place?
My brain
Oh,
hurt.
Diana.
No, it's not about position.
What?
Wolfgang's killer can easily
Why does
lie about
everyone
their
say
location during the murder. The only thing
I know we're
I don't know, I
joking
like the
about it
verbal
for a
tick.
while.
from everyone else's
I mean, you
I'm
could
okay
just say,
with
that theirs can't
Huh?
be corroborated.
Huh?
Seems like a
Our
almost
killer.
like a Japanese thing.
Yeah.
It is. In which case, our killer. Yes, that's right. The only one here who can possibly be the killer is me.
Yes.
Alright, so are we in agreement as Diana?
I mean,
Yes.
is that the evidence that we are pointing towards at this time? I don't really
No
see where
one-
they're going with this. I don't see where
for
they're
right
going with
now,
It's
this.
the alibi. It's everyone's alibi.
Oh, okay, that's what they're
Yeah,
trying to
she has
get at.
no alibi. Yeah.
No one saw her. Everyone's paired.
Ooh, I like this.
Woo!
That was kind of a nice little thing.
Yeah.
That was
I like these
really
animations.
nice. Ambient.
Yeah.
Point.
Huh? The makeup girl?
She's the only one here without an alibi. Those of us who attended
She ain't got no
can
alibi.
obviously rule
You
out.
ugly.
That's
For those who
right.
didn't, Desmond and Eloise were in the courtyard. Toshiko and Ingrid were in the same dorm room.
What about Winona? She never mentioned an alibi.
Give me a break.
No.
Winona and I were in the building with the tree all morning. In fact, yes, Desmond and Eloise should have witnessed us walking over there.
You wrote that down too?
Those two were in the courtyard at the time.
Yeah,
How much pages you got in there?
that's true.
Infinite.
I'm already on book notebook 55.
Oh my god. I actually have 50 more on my person right now.
Steps we heard make a lot more sense.
Just poops out notebooks.
He just bends, he just crouches down and a whole bunch just falls out.
Diana would
Yeah.
obviously want to take them off. Also, heels aren't comfy to run in.
That's what you think.
I didn't even think of it like that. You're totally right, though. Since Diana's the only one here with heels, she would have
But
to
could
take
she
them off.
Guys,
carry
what are you talking
Wolfgang
about?
into the water?
A killer? Do you really think I could be a
I
killer?
mean,
The fact you weren't at the tournament is incriminating enough.
Not just that. Everyone but you has an alibi.
But I do have
an alibi. This feels like a red herring.
Yeah, it's kind of early.
Ava? Huh?
You woke up with me this morning, and you never saw me leave my dorm.
During the brief amount of time we were together, I never saw you leave. What you did after I left for the game tournament, however, is anyone's guess.
Ava wanted to help me and Cass set up the tournament, so we told her to swing by early.
For that reason, I left Diana's dorm at 8:05 a.m. I know the exact time since her room has a clock. I probably entered the dining hall around 8:10 a.m.
Toshiko met with Wolfgang at 10:15, I think, or 8:15.
No, 8:10. 8:10 is when Wolfgang
right, 10
left his
after
room.
10 after 8. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Are we sure there hasn't been some sort of misunderstanding?
It's not possible. Diana can't be the killer. No! I refuse to believe it!
Looks like some people here aren't willing to face the facts. That's not a problem. I'll make them face the facts. Whether they like it or not, soon enough, nobody will be able to deny Diana killed Wolfgang.
Let's go, debater.
Oh, let's go. It's time for me to master.
With this hand.
With this hand, I will debate.
Diana inside that boiler room, could she be the one who left the blood trail? Because if so, that might be her blood on the knife too.
Diana's blood?
Oh,
Are you
Toshiko.
saying she wounded herself?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wounded herself? What makes you think that?
I don't know.
That was interesting to say.
Blood be on their own weapon.
Did we not already agree the killer was wielding a rolling pin?
Well, maybe they had both. The rolling pin in one hand, and the knife in the other.
Good idea, good idea.
Wielding weapons? Ooh, this killer's next level.
Yeah.
That person's point is clearly impossible. They should have realized as much as I point out that piece of evidence.
Suspicious note, storage closet, blood spots, and what? The pin.
The pin. It's either pin or blood spots.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
That person's point is clearly impossible. They should realize as much as if I point out that piece of evidence.
Okay, what becomes impossible when you say, but this?
Yeah.
Pings.
It's either steel pin or blood spots.
Is she the one who left the blood?
Alright, I missed that one.
Nice.
Diana's blood? Are you saying she wounded herself?
I don't think anything works with what Toshiko's saying.
Nah, not that one. Toshiko's another one coming up.
I don't know. Why else would the killer's blood be on their own weapon?
Did we not already agree
None of these bullets really refute that.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they had both. The rolling pin in one hand.
Oh, she has a
Oh,
lot.
two-handed swing on the steel rolling pin, no?
Oh,
the
no, did it-
fingerprints?
Is that what is that it?
Oh,
I don't know, I didn't see
yeah.
it.
This.
Is that it?
Yeah, I don't know why that's
One hand.
super. I don't know why that's super fucking important, but yeah, I remember they did mention that there are handprints on it.
Like, there were two handprints.
Yeah.
I guess we can try. My last shot before I die.
It's the only thing that makes any big sense.
One hand.
See how? See, I don't see how that connects with what we were just talking about. Like, how could Diana kill this person? Well, you know,
it's
you need
because-
two hands to use a rolling pin, you know? So obviously it's Diana.
They're fixated on Diana being the one with the knife and not Wolfgang being the one that has the knife.
Yeah, the one with the knife.
There are two handprints wrapped around the edge. As if the killer
It's too much gymnastics for my brain to handle.
Just
focus on one thing.
More force if you use both hands. And that's what a killer wants when trying to knock out a grown man.
Then, who held the knife?
Wolfgang.
Wolfgang.
So it was most likely the only other person in the boiler room.
So we just checked everyone's stomach to see if they have like a blade. cut.
Yeah. Where's
Stab wound.
Yeah, dude.
Wolfgang, carrying a dangerous weapon? Bullshit!
If you were in his situation, wouldn't you?
No?
Wolfgang received an anonymous message asking him to meet in a basement, all whilst in the middle of a killing game. At that point, doesn't matter how much of an optimist he is. He'd know better than to come unarmed.
A knife isn't super hard to find either. Wolfgang probably just stole one from the kitchen.
Besides,
What you humming about?
Stabbed, it would explain the blood trail. Think about it. She arms herself with the rolling pin and attacks Wolfgang.
And somehow she was able to make up her stomach very well, so you can't see the blade cut.
She went back to her room, changed her clothes, threw her bloody clothes into the laundry.
That's wrong!
Yep, she went to the laundry room immediately after.
Take off your clothes.
I wasn't stabbed. If I was stabbed, then I'd have an injury. But
Take off your clothes.
Okay, makeup artist.
There's nothing on me.
Makeup artist. Oh my god.
If a vein got nipped, you'd be seeing blood, no matter the size
Yeah,
of the
it'd be
cut.
pretty sizable.
Oh, you got a point
That
there.
also means a small cut will need bandaging, which I'm not seeing on you.
You may
Not with my
see
makeup.
Any injuries on Diana, but that doesn't mean they aren't there. If she wanted, she could simply hide her injuries from view. After all, someone like her has exactly what it takes.
Makeup.
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 Diana's cowardice.
Talent. As the ultimate
Who shot that gun?
Diana
Yeah, where'd that come from?
cover her wounds.
It makes sense. With the right equipment, she could
This
probably
feels too easy. Am I just like conditioned?
I've seen firsthand how many different cosmetics are inside.
That was
the
kind of
room.
easy, huh?
So unfortunately,
I know it's chapter 1, it's supposed to be kind of a gimme.
I'm sorry,
But,
Wolfgang. I'm sorry, your death was kind of easy.
Diana, did I get anything wrong?
but what's the motive? What's your motive, Diana?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meg, it's a real
Why?
No. But
Wait. Diana, did you just say no? As in, no, you're not wrong that I covered up my wounds?
What?
Oh, crap. Oh,
No.
crap. You guys know what this means, right, guys? Diana just...
He's got such
Diana
good
just?
reaction video
Diana
lines.
basically just confessed!
Stupid. What? Did she?
Oh.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Diana got wounded, which proves she got in a fight with Wolfgang, which means all that stuff about Wolfgang going to the boiler room, all that stuff really did happen.
Wait, did you think it didn't happen?
I see now what you're
Wasn't
saying.
sure yet.
Diana. She lured Wolfgang to the boiler room by writing him that note. And when he arrived, she attacked him and killed him. And now, she's been lying this entire trial, hoping we would never suspect her. Yeah! How cruel!
But it was actually I, Toshiko, that did it.
Yeah, that sounds like waiting for someone to accidentally say something too much.
I promise, it wasn't me.
Yet.
To think she could preach about friendship.
This was kind of easy.
committing
Uh-oh.
a violent crime.
Uh-oh.
And then triumph
I'm sensing
sentence
something.
the rest of us to
I gotta pay attention to everybody, what they're saying. Someone's gonna slip up.
Yeah.
We voted for the wrong
Holy shit.
person. We would have been executed.
That's so fucked! Seriously, Diana?
At least I know Kai would never be the killer.
Hold on. Hold on. Kai, why did we wake up late? After 8:30 was
Oh.
done already. Kai. Hold on.
He said we slept through it,
We slept through
Right?
it.
and he's the one that woke me up.
Diana has.
Why would we both sleep through it?
Just think it's fair we listen.
What does it matter what she says? Look at the evidence. This case It's closed. We know who the killer is. If you really want to ask for Diana's side of the story, then do it after the vote. No.
Hold on.
No.
Vote. That's right. We have to vote for the killer. Diana, I proved beyond a reasonable doubt that she's the killer. I've proven it beyond a reasonable doubt. So...
No.
Why is it that when I hear her cry, I get this strange nagging feeling in my chest? Why does a tiny part of me want to believe the things she's saying? Why, all of a sudden, do I doubt myself?
Something's wrong. Oh my god!
What's happening?
Something's happening. The note. We haven't talked about the note yet.
Lured Wolfgang to the boiler room. Once he got there, she killed him immediately.
And she fled the crime scene, hoping the rest of us would never learn the truth.
Holy shit, Damon!
You dying? Poor Wolfie was only trying to keep us together.
But I would never murder Wolfgang.
If you don't have an alibi,
There is
you
an alibi.
obviously did.
Could it be?
I wanted to believe so badly that you were innocent. Why didn't I see you for who you were?
If this goes on any longer, I'm gonna be sick.
What are we waiting for then? Let's get this over with and vote.
Diana telling the truth? How's that possible when I already know the truth? Can't be possible. Not unless...
Someone's alibi, someone lied.
Or Toshiko?
Toshiko's fetch quest. She was by herself.
She was getting medicine for Ingrid.
Toshiko left to get medicine.
Super
She's
early.
Ingrid. She's the one who
Wait,
talked
no,
to
she came back.
Wolfgang.
But she came back and met
No
Wolfgang.
way! Hold on.
Oh,
I don't know about that.
She could never
I don't know.
drag
Wait,
him.
hold on, guys.
Body.
Relax.
She could never drag him.
No, you're right. Oh my.
No, Toshiko, no. Hold on.
What's happening?
No, Ingrid.
You guys jumped so quick on that.
Hold on.
Ingrid. Go get me medicine, Ingrid. Or no, go get me medicine, Toshiko.
She left. What did she do? She came back.
Toshiko came back and talked to Wolfgang, and Ingrid
She
heard
passed
that.
by Wolfgang.
Yeah.
They talked. Ingrid heard it outside, and then she went back into her room afterwards.
She left. Talked to Wolfgang. Wolfgang was just leaving.
Yes.
She went to the
And then
pharmacy, quote unquote.
No. Toshiko came back from the pharmacy when she was talking to Wolfgang.
Ran into Wolfgang in the hallway. They talked for a minute. She went back into her
Ingrid
room, and then
confirmed
they were in their
Wolfgang
room
was
during
alive.
the blackout. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
So, but-
Okay. Don't do that,
Should we
Toshiko.
read-
Don't do that shit.
Can we please read the
Christ.
truth bullets? Please.
Once he got there, she killed him immediately.
Then she fled the crime scene.
Oh, she killed him immediately.
Yeah, that's not right.
Yeah, the note is that they
8:15.
Yeah, 8:15. She attacked
Oh,
him.
that's right. Yeah.
And then
they
killed
met
her.
so early.
And then killed him finally at 9:35.
But he didn't die until 9:35. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's such a long time.
Suspicious note on Grace.
I think you're right on that. That feels right.
Mm-hmm.
How does that give her an alibi though?
Diana was the one who lured Wolfgang to the boiler room.
It doesn't. Not yet.
Oh, we'll see
It's
what
like-
he's gonna say.
I think we have the killer. I think. But then Damon's like, we have all these other missing pieces, like the doorknob.
I need to be.
We don't know what
100%
happened
sure.
in that hour. Yeah.
Do you recall the note I found in Wolfgang's blazer pocket? It asked him to meet in the boiler room at 8:15 a.m.
That's a long time.
Plenty time to plan.
He died over an hour later at 9:35 a.m. That means Wolfgang didn't die right after he got to the boiler room.
What's your point?
My point is that the killer had no reason to lure Wolfgang to the boiler room and then wait over an hour to kill him. There's no guarantee another person won't enter the room during that time. It's in the killer's best interest to be in and out of there as fast as possible. When we originally discussed,
knock him out, throw him in there, set up a timer, went into the game tournament.
But if we go with your idea that Diana killed Wolfgang immediately,
boom,
then that discrepancy becomes all too clear.
How do you know Wolfgang didn't just arrive late?
He was already on his way when I ran into him at 8:10 a.m.
But someone set it up,
Same goes
and then
for
Diana comes along and then accidentally kills him.
would stay in the boiler room for long.
But why would she be in the boiler room?
For that reason,
They manipulate her too somehow.
can assume Wolfgang was not unconscious soon after.
That's something that she's gonna tell us.
Yeah, you guys speak up then. It doesn't
being knocked out and him being killed.
We're missing some information, it feels like.
He and Diana were
That
in a
doorknob
long
shit.
struggle. Then
What the
I'm sure
note
there's
bully
more to the
says.
mystery here.
Yeah, we haven't touched so much stuff yet. Oh shit!
Oh, yes!
Oh, the middle finger.
Oh my
Dude, that art
God.
is so good.
That was great. Yeah, that was so good.
Don't you see this is a trick? All of Diana's blubbering and crying is just a farce to make us think she's innocent.
I wouldn't fall for a farce like that.
Or
My
fart.
only concern is the evidence not adding up.
If you're still not convinced Diana is the killer, then let me show you something you overlooked.
Oh shit, she's about to show you up.
I love her.
Undeniable fucking proof!
Angry bunny.
Yeah, her voice actor is so good too.
Oh.
Let's just know the toilet. Oh, boiler room, doorknob. I want it.
Fucking got you.
One person without an alibi, the blood from her wounds, places her inside the
Switch.
exact same room
Oh my
where
God.
Wolfgang died.
I don't know what button is a switch.
Yeah, I know.
There we go. Yeah.
Damn what Diana says.
I'm using the boiler room. I know it.
Is she the one
It's the
person
time.
without an alibi? The blood from her wounds places her inside the exact same room where Wolfgang died. How can the killer be anyone but her?
Okay, now I can throw a knife.
Diana lured Wolfgang downstairs. Why would she take over an hour to kill him? It doesn't make sense. Not when there's a risk of someone else entering the boiler room.
What risk? Diana wouldn't have to worry about anyone walking in because she could just lock the fucking door.
Yo!
Yes!
I was waiting for this door.
Yeah, we
Yep.
finally fucking used it.
Anything about a door.
Yes.
The room door can't be relied upon here. If Diana locked it, she would be trapping herself inside the boiler room.
What?
The lock's on the
The
outside
door
now.
doesn't flip so that the keyhole faces inside.
Fuck.
While the lock faces outside. Had you investigated the crime scene more closely, you might have realized this detail sooner.
Oof.
In any case, locking the door would lock everyone inside the room, not outside. If Diana was the killer, she'd be better off leaving the door open.
How the heck do you even flip a doorknob? Sounds like something only a tradesman.
Sounds like Ingrid, a blacksmith, would only know how to do.
So, swapping a doorknob is easy. Well, last time I did anything like it was a while ago, but
When I killed Wolfgang.
those knobs are screwable, right? If you get a screwdriver and know what you're doing, you can rotate the doorknob quick smart.
If you can swap a doorknob, then I guess anyone can.
Yikes.
That face on Mark is great.
Right on.
Right on.
Are you saying that like it's a bad thing, or?
Is that why Diana remained in the boiler room after Wolfgang died? She had been locked inside?
What do you make of the footsteps then? If they were Diana's, it would imply she escaped the boiler room. How do you suppose she did that?
A hairpin? Diana's way of escaping the boiler room, huh? From the evidence in the boiler room, I'm very confident I can deduce a method.
I'm sorry. She can lockpick too. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, because she's the ultimate assassin.
Yeah.
Door. I discovered a thin piece of metal.
Thing about Danganronpa is they always make assumptions like teenagers just know all these shit.
But they're the ultimates. That's what makes them different, right?
The fuck?
It does.
They just know
You think
things.
Jen knows how to lockpick?
Hey, I know how to drive a Lightning McQueen bed race car.
It just takes a bit of practice.
Diana probably had this hairpin inside
Well,
her
okay, if
makeup
John
bag.
says so, then I guess it must be easy.
Yeah, anything that John says is like, okay, I can believe it.
Alright.
It must be right then.
Which, judging by the timing of her footsteps, happened late into the blackout.
Messing with a lock in pitch blackness. Whew, now that would be impossible for me.
Right. Even if Diana did access light, like through the Tozu trinket, undoing the lock would still be difficult. Way too difficult of a situation to deliberately put herself in.
In which case, that can mean only one thing. Why could Diana not leave the boiler room?
A bucket was placed on the door.
No, please. Okay, someone else locked the door. That makes sense.
Someone else must have locked the door.
Eh.
Even for a train of thought, the doorknob was rearranged so you could only lock it from the outside. It doesn't make sense for Diana to rearrange the lock, enter the room, and deliberately trap herself inside, which means someone else must have locked the door. I know this doesn't necessarily clear Diana's suspicion, but it's strange enough to warrant further investigation.
I'd rather resolve this thread before we move.
There's only one person I know that lives in the boiler room basement.
We could easily miss something important.
How dare you?
It has a refrigerator.
How dare you?
See, that exact thought, the doorknob and being able to spend that much fucking time.
Away
She
from
didn't
everybody
even
else
remember
on her
where the
own.
generator is.
She just hangs out
Yeah,
down in the basement.
exactly.
Seeking help? Or trying to stop the scuffle?
You say that like closing the door isn't exactly what you would do.
What kind of asshole do you take me for?
Any chance they locked it to prevent Diana from escaping?
And somehow unscrewed the doorknob without drawing attention to themselves?
Didn't you hear him? He's talking about the door being locked, not the doorknob being unscrewed.
Unless two entirely different people just so happen to interfere with the boiler room at two entirely separate intervals. The one who locked the door is most likely the one who flipped it, yes?
Yes.
Then you should be wondering the same thing. How did they unscrew the doorknob without catching
Don't
attention?
die anytime soon, Winona. I need to keep looking at you for a while.
Moment it isn't. But what if the doorknob had been swapped beforehand? Say this person knew Wolfgang and Diana were coming to the boiler room. They could have swapped the knob in
So the secret note had nothing to do with the killer.
and then closed and locked the door.
They just saw an opportunity.
So the flipping of the doorknob was premeditated?
With what we currently know, I'd wager it's our safest assumption, at least until we hear Diana's side of the story.
Please, yes, Diana,
Please,
say
let her
something.
talk.
Diana, since you were the last person with Wolfgang, your testimony could be our most valuable.
Save yourself, girl.
Yet. You need to tell me what happened.
Oh my god.
It's about her secret.
If not for me, or for you, then at the very least, do it for Wolfgang's sake.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I'm really
What?
I wanted to help. I wanted to make everything okay. But all I could do was be useless. All I could do was watch him die.
So you were locked in there.
It's all my fault.
Oh, she got mega framed.
All my fault. For doing the wrong thing.
Give me information, I'll find the killer.
Is this a confession or?
Oh shit! Is it fucking Eva?
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
I didn't kill Wolfgang. And I don't know who did, but I still failed him as a friend.
Okay.
Okay, you only known her for like 5 days, but that's
Calm
fine.
down.
And I failed him here. But if I told the truth, things would be worse than they already are. But now that I've said nothing...
Now tell me what you know. Diana watched Wolfgang die?
It's okay, sweetheart. Come on now, take deep breaths.
Yeah, we'll believe you no matter what you say.
Yeah, Kai.
Kai.
It's looking like Diana might actually be innocent. It's looking like that, but...
Oh no, don't double, triple.
The nagging feeling in my chest still hasn't gone away.
Nah, she is the killer. What am I thinking?
Damn it, what am I doing? Because of one girl, I've been doubting myself and jumping from one argument to another. If I can't piece together my own thoughts, how can I possibly piece together this case? I need to get a grip on myself. I need to keep sight of myself and the goal of this killer. Whatever's thrown at me next, I need to persevere. Because if I don't, if everyone else here votes wrong, I won't leave this place alive.